Bombay, India. Previously, Dr. Pankaj served as a Director of Curriculum and Assessment Design and Improvement at the Ohio University. Dr. Pankaj developed the instructional decisions model to help educators make better decisions in the learning design process. As a certified quality matters peer reviewer, Dr. Pankaj designed online and hybrid courses for the School of Nursing at Ohio University. In addition, he advised GS Gawande College in Umarkhed, India. He's an advisor there with their technology integration needs and is the founding director of the Center for Teaching and Learning Excellence at GSG. As an adjunct professor, he taught advanced instructional design and technology application in education courses at Innovative Learning Design and Technology program at the Patton College of Education, Ohio University. In 2018, Dr. Pankaj served as the president of the International Division of Association for Educational Communications and Technology and is a certified trainer in team-based learning, TBL. Dr. Pankaj also completed the Higher Education Teaching Certificate from Harvard University's Derek Book Center for Teaching and Learning in November 2019 and holds a Project Management Professional certification from Project Management Institute. So friends, we are very, very fortunate today to have Dr. Birju Pankaj with us, sir. We welcome and the floor is yours now. You can interact with them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Agrawal, and for inviting. And it's a great pleasure to be with you this morning. And I usually travel all the time, different universities. So whenever I do these sessions, I always say that I'm going to learn from you today. Don't consider me as the expert. I will definitely share my resources and knowledge, but I will be learning from you as well. Okay, so that's the goal for today session. So let me, I don't know which side, come there. Oh, okay. Okay, so before I start the session, I just want to introduce an organization called EdTech Society. How many of you heard about EdTech Society? No? Okay. So EdTech Society, it's the goal, the motto is bringing together education, technology, and community. So my family and I were just a short. My family and I were in the US for 14 years. So then at the time, with my job responsibilities, I was part of an organization called AECT, Association for Educational Communication Technology, AECT. It's one of the oldest organizations in the field of educational technology. It was started in 1923. So this year, they're celebrating their 100th year as an organization. Can you believe an organization? I think we started using technology much more after the COVID, right? Or maybe during the COVID, we were scrambling, right? How to create Google Classroom, how to, submit the assignments. So all the community, all over the world, we're scrambling what are the best practices when we do teach online, or how do you design a course? So then, as part of the organization, became one of the. There are several divisions. So one of the division is the international division. So I became the president. And every time when I go for these conferences, and there are Japanese Educational Technology Association, Korean Educational Technology Association, Taiwan Educational Technology Association, Chinese Educational Technology Association. Then I go around, is there any Indian Educational Technology Association? No. So I always, but we are the one very good with technology, right? We are the one who write all the programs for the learning management system, all those things. We are the one who makes, but we don't have an organization to help the faculty or the educators. What are the best practices? So it was really concerning to me. Then I sent an email to Dr. Sridhar here. He's the head of the department of IIT Bombay. They have an educational technology department. And so then there are other Indian origin, professors in the US. So we all decided, no, we need to have an organization in India. So that's one of the reasons also we came back to India. And actually my wife, she graduated from IARI. And she got her PhD in plant cell biology from Ohio University. So she was teaching there, but we decided to come back to India. Right? Currently, we are staying in a rural village in Umarkhed, Maharashtra, and it's in Yavatmal district. Does anyone know what is something related to Yavatmal district? What is the significance in Yavatmal district related to farmers?
Recently, flood and cotton.
Flood, okay.
Cotton waste farmer growing here.
Cotton waste farmers, okay. Then
Suicide was.
okay, the number one suicide district in India. So there is a small community college, Gawande College, and they have around 3,000 students from the farmers. And it was a very big struggle for them. The suicide is happening, and there are several reasons. There are different factors. But we decided to come to be part to learn from the farmers. What are the problems? How can we solve? So they started a project called Mati Pani Asha. Mati means soil, Pani means water, and Asha means hope. So it's a project. Mati Pani Asha. My wife is a co-director for that project, and they selected 10 villages. And last October 2021, we started the project. It's very small steps project, and we don't want to show anyone any numbers or anything. Okay, just what are the problems learning from them, and there are several research projects are going on. So if any of you are interested, I can share my wife contact information. And there are some international research collaborations also going on. You can contact her as well. Okay, great. So let me just briefly talk about the EdTech Society. EdTech Society is a professional non-profit association. There is no money associated with that. Started in India by individuals who are committed to improve instruction and learning through the use of educational technology. Anyone can be the member of the organization, and I know most of you are using some kind of a technology in your teaching and learning, right? So you can join the organization as well and learn, and from you, we will learn from you as well. And so this is the executive committee. As I said, Dr. Sridhar Iyer, IIT Bombay, is the president, and Vice President Dr. Sahana Murthy, IIT Bombay. General Secretary Shridhanshu Mishra is the UNESCO Chief Information Technology Officer, Ram Kumar, and executive members Kapil and Jaykrishnan, Yogendra, and myself serving as the executive director for the organization. And so what we do provide a public forum of linking research and best practices in education technology to improve instruction and learning within India and internationally. So many times, in IIT Bombay, in educational technology department, there are high-level research going on in artificial intelligence, augmented reality. Then they will put different equipments on the head and test how the students learning. But many times the high level research is going on in one side. I think in your case it's also sometimes it's true, right? In the agricultural. So we all do some research in scientists they do, but how do we connect the farmers? So same things, the research is going on in organizations. So how do we connect with the teachers, those who are really going to implement? So this is one of the main things. So these are some of the goals. And actively engage professionals within in India and educational technology, promote research, and enhance international awareness of research conducted in research in professional, conducted in researchers in India. So these are some of the goals. And as I said, the conference is coming on. International conference. It's in November 24th to 26th at IIT Bombay. Technology for Education, T4E 2023. So unfortunately, the deadline is fast for the abstract submission. But there is, if you go to the website T4E, ET Society call for proposal, there is a session, there's a separate session called demo practice teaching demos. Okay. So it won't be published in the IEEE Explorer, that is a high impact journal, But if you have any innovations in teaching using the technology, you will have an opportunity to share, come and present in T4E conference. Did you get what I said? Let's say you are using some kind of educational technology and you see some difference or some challenges also. Please don't worry about it. There is no success or performance improvement, but still, what are the challenges that you face? That will be a good thing to share with others. Okay, so you can submit that in the T4E conference as a technology demo. There is a separate track, and you can submit that. Okay, so I would like some of you to come to IIT Bombay if you have funding, I don't know how much professional development fund you have, so please do come and learn from others. There will be lot of learning and workshops will be happening there at the conference as well. Okay, let me stop there. Any questions?
From there, you get funding from your.
Oh, the members supported with a membership, and so that's the funding really comes. And so since it's associated with IIT Bombay, all of us are voluntary. Even myself, I'm not getting one single rupee as an organizer, an executive director, and so we are all volunteers, and almost every month, we offer master classes on different topics related to educational technology. If you go to our YouTube channel, or there is a WhatsApp group, also you can join, and there is a LinkedIn page as well. And last 2 months ago, we did the ChatGPT. How many of you heard about ChatGPT? Yes, we had a very good panel session on ChatGPT, how it's going to affect education. So please go to YouTube, search EdTech Society ChatGPT. You will see a YouTube link on panel session on ChatGPT. And actually, next month we are also organizing another panel session on the data and privacy. So when we collect all these data from students, right? So what are the teachers' responsibility? What are how do we protect the students' data? There is not that many conversation about that one, right? So we are organizing. So the short answer is the funding for the conference. We do get some funding from the from the IIT Bombay Educational Technology Department. They do provide us a funding. The registered office in IIT Bombay as well. So did I answer the question? So there is no, we always want to be very open and transparent, and educational technology companies behind, the even, even big institutes, private institutes, they always want to join us an institutional membership. We always kind of, right now, we don't have that policy to accept the institutional membership. We really want to be more organic in the membership foundation, develop the leaders who can be next after 100 years, so they can be the good leaders in the organization. So any other questions?
Your opinion on chat GPT on its education.
Okay, so I don't have time to share, but the panel session on the, we conducted a panel session on chat GPT. There were 4 very expert members in the about the channel. They are very expert, so they shared a 1-hour session on chat GPT. So I think that would be the best answer. But personally, my opinion, we don't know yet. We don't know yet to make an authentic comment. The ChatGPT is still in the inspection. It's just growing as a technology. And like the internet came, everyone doubted. Okay, or the TV came. So every technology when it comes, there will be, but I think we need more evidence to make a good comment. So we don't have that much evidence to make a good comment. But we did test some of the, issues, concerns that we can. But I will also show you some.
I have a question.
Yes.
Recently, we talked about India in context of the world from a scale of 0 to 10, where India stands on educational technology.
Okay. So, good question. So again, it's my personal observation. Don't make it as that society is, because we don't have the right, the policies and stuff. We didn't
Your general
really-
assessment.
Yeah, so I would say it might be around 4 to 6. 4 to 6. Yeah, 6 might be in the urban areas, and other things maybe 3 to 4 in the rural areas with regards to the.
If you have the countries who mentioned Asia Pacific, in comparison to those countries.
You mean I don't know that much, but I can compare with the US because I was teaching there, and I would say around 7 to 9 that much, because they have more standards, educational technology standards, even for grade 1 to 12. What technology, the curriculum is integrated with educational technology standards, and still. Yeah, we are still into, after the COVID only, we are really started thinking about how to, so that is it. Okay, so I don't want to spend too much time on it, exercise, but any other final question?
Yeah.
Yes.
And do you have any utilized product which you use for educational technology for education, or you use the already existing technologies which are available in the public domain or market? So how do you really promote the technology in education?
Correct. So we don't have any product, we don't support any product, we don't endorse any technologies. Okay, so but we do have, we also have part of the EdTech Tulna. There is a, as part of IIT Bombay, there is an organization, not organization, it's a project, EdTech Tulna. So they do evaluate different educational technologies, like the different apps. So then they do give the kind of a ratings. What are like the pedagogical aspects, different aspects. They do have an assessment. So I will share you, please remind me in the afternoon. So I will share you that website as well. So you can look at, they do assess different educational technologies and then they do rate that. So, but for us an organization, we don't have any educational technology in particular. Okay,
Only evaluating the existing technology.
yeah, that's one of the part of the project of the EdTech Tulna, standards, compare. So they do compare different educational technologies and they do kind of rate what the different aspects, so you will get a lot of information. No, sometimes, in our master classes, we do offer some of the new technologies that are coming into the organization. Okay. Okay, so any other final questions? So you can just, if you're interested, I think I will share the WhatsApp group link. You can join us and also join the LinkedIn professional, Tech Society's professional page. So you can also get more information. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to start with a question. And so just take a piece of paper. I think you have a notepad, right? As part of, they do have all of each one of you. Okay. So since it's a pedagogy, I thought I would just start with a simple question. Then we will go to the the team-based learning, and then some application activities in the afternoon. We will do that. So how do you describe the difference between education, teaching, training, and instruction? Just take 2 minutes, write your thoughts on each of these. What is education? What do you think about education? What is teaching? What is training? What is instruction? Just take 2 minutes and write your thoughts on a piece of paper. And then I'll be asking you to share your thoughts. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. So let's take maybe another 60 seconds. Finish your thoughts. Okay, so good. So just take maybe another 2 minutes, just discuss the one that you said sit next to you, maybe one that will sit next to your right or left, and discuss your thoughts with both of you. And be ready to share with all the team, okay? So I will be randomly picking one of you to share with the whole team, with the whole group. Just take another 30 seconds. Be ready to share with the whole group. Okay, great. I think yes. Okay. Great. So can I get a volunteer to share? So then if I don't get enough volunteers, then I will randomly pick one of you. It's very easy since I got sit there. Okay, since we got a volunteer, please share. So just one, what is in your description, what is education? Just that part is enough.
In my opinion, it's getting the knowledge to build or improve the society, or getting a job or live. So this is it.
Great, thank you. Can I get another volunteer to share what is education? Just education.
Process of learning information or knowledge.
Process of learning information, knowledge. Okay, does anyone have? Yes. Okay.
The knowledge which improves overall personality.
The knowledge that did anyone ask ChatGPT? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, good. Maybe if you ask this question to ChatGPT, it will be very clear. But you cannot trust all the information from ChatGPT. That's another problem with the ChatGPT. Okay, great, wonderful. So, okay, we got just a brief idea about education. What about teaching? Can I get a volunteer? How do you? What is in your description? What is teaching?
It's the effective communication of the message, so it should have the impact on the listeners.
So you think it's an effective communication? Okay. Does anyone have another thoughts for teaching? Yes, sir.
Structured syllabus.
Yes, sir. Okay, come to yes, sir. Please.
Structured syllabus. Added to it.
So structured syllabus is added to the teaching. Okay, yes, sir.
Communicating for the betterment of the subject.
So teaching is the communicative for the betterment of the subject. Okay, so we got three description about education, three description about teaching, and then what about training? Yes.
Training is the way to upgrade the existing knowledge and skill.
So the training is the way to upgrade the existing knowledge and the skill. Okay, I will hold on that thought. Anyone else have a description about? So then the one who didn't tell already, and otherwise I'm going to randomly pick your opinion. Can I get the one who doesn't already spoke? Can I get someone else to share your thoughts on training?
To get acquainted with new knowledge.
to get acquainted with the new knowledge. So in your team training is that acquainted with you. Okay, I think okay, so the last one, what is instruction? Yes. Okay.
Methods of learning. Transfer of this information.
Methods of
Methods of learning. To transfer the knowledge and progress.
okay. So another things, okay, so this is one of the rule when I, so when I, I told you I'm here to learn from you, okay? So while I'm learning from you, so if one person is talking, so rest of them has to learn from that person. That's one of the important rule, okay? So no talking while the other one person is sharing, because we want to learn from their thoughts, what their thought process, making that description. So, okay, so I got that one. Yes, please.
Instruction is it is a clearly defined set of guidelines on particular topic or subject.
Clearly set of
Defined set of guidelines.
guidelines. Okay, okay. One more comment. Yes, sir.
Set of protocol to complete any task.
Set of protocol to complete any task. Okay, good. Thank you very much for your thoughts. I think, did you share? I think you had a thoughts last time. Sorry, yes, please.
No, for teaching, I have one little thought, like encouraging students for their internal thoughts, also, like to encourage that much. Their thought process. It's okay, we are providing knowledge, but beyond that, they should be encouraged to have their own opinion, their own thought.
Okay. Great. Wonderful. So, see, this is a very broad concept, right? Education, teaching, instruction, and teaching. So there are different definitions on how do you define teaching? Because we all, some way or other, we were learners, we had the hat of a teacher or an instructor or an educator, right? So there are different definitions, but that's okay. But for me, whenever I do give a session, so I would like some clarity on these. Because when you were hearing you saw some overlap. Like if I were asking the question, okay, so your definition from teaching or instruction, how does it different from the training? There was some communication is there, sharing knowledge, upgrading skill. There are different overlaps are there. So for that purpose, I just want to, so some clarity on that one. Education is all experiences in which people learn. Education is all experiences in which people learn. All experiences. Sometimes I don't know how to make, sambar. Okay. So then what I will do, I will just call my mom. Hey mom, what should I put after this? Or I will just look at YouTube, right? If you don't know some dish. So I know how to make sambar.
But sir, earlier you told that you are married. Before marriage. So sambar may not be.
नहीं, वो भी education है सर, जैसे
My wife makes very good sambar. But I gave one example sambar. That's an example, but that's a good question. So it's recording, now no one should send to my wife. There will be a fight when I go back. Just kidding. So that's an example. Okay, anything, any example, like any dish that you want to make. So all experiences in which people learn, that is education. So then, okay, yes. So then the teaching is learning experience that are facilitated by a human being. Then we can call it as teaching. It's teaching, it's facilitated by a human being. we can learn a lot of things from the computer or mobile or YouTube, right? So do I call YouTube as my teacher?
Why not, sir?
Yes, so that's what there is a definition. In my definition, I won't call YouTube as my teacher because there is no the human element, even though it's a recorded human element is there, but some of them there might not be any human elements, like some instructions. Yes. So that's the reason we can go. That's because of that reason I don't call YouTube as a teacher. Okay, so that my
Cannot be into a process.
correct. So that's the human presence.
But who has given this definition?
Yes, I will give you the reference. Yes.
But today, sir,
Yes.
most of the things we can learn from the Google.
Cannot
Cannot say that to them.
Actually, there are sir, so many great quotations like the books are the greatest teachers.
Yes. Got it. So okay, I will come to that one. Okay. So what is training? Training learning experiences that are focused on acquiring very specific skills and apply immediately. That is called what? Training, like the military training, right? You go for a 6 months training, they will teach you the drills, how to use machine guns, so it's immediate use. So that's the definition we can call training as the immediate application of any kind of a knowledge or skills. We can call it as training. So you can find this reference from Smith and Reagan, Effective Instructional Design. So this is a very famous book in the field of instructional design. So that's where this definition is coming from. So education, teaching, training, and the instruction is all learning experiences facilitated by human and non-human attain a particular learning task or outcome is called what? Instruction. So the instruction, it includes both human and the non-human aspects. One example, so let's say you went to New York City, you got a 3 months appointment in New York Agricultural University or something, and you went there at the New York City, and so you got a car and you want to learn how to drive in New York City. So what are the options to learn how to drive in New York City? Okay, you can join a driving school, right? So you can join a driving school. Okay, so you can learn. So what are the other options?
I can take my friend back on bike and then start driving.
You can get a friend.
Yeah, just sitting behind me and then. I will
Not
start.
the bike, let's say car. Yeah, even the bike also it's fine. Yeah, bike, yeah.
Car also he or she can sit beside me and.
Correct. Okay, so it depends upon the time, right? The time and availability. And so sometimes if you have more time, you can do it. Or there is another possibility, is that there are a lot of simulators, the flight simulators, it will have all the roads, street lights, and you can learn from the simulator. Let's say within 2 weeks, you got a lot of information from the simulator. Then 1 week you can go to your friend, hey, can you come with me 1 week to just a real test? So then maybe within 3 weeks, you can go to the road test and pass the exam. So within 3 weeks, you can finish. You got it? So it depends upon the time. So in this case, you use the simulator as a non-human, then also the human, right? So otherwise, if you have 6 months time, you don't have to use the simulator, but if your friend if he is available or he or she is available, You can use it for 6 months, but the time is limitations. So let's say if you're staying for 1 year, you don't need, you will just go by bus or travel, walk. By the time you will know where do they stop, what are the signals, you know, you will learn by experiences, you will learn the rules and regulations, then you can take a test and pass the driving test. So in this case, so different way, in our case is also it's the same thing when we learn. Okay, so any questions about this one? Education is the whole all learning experiences.
So you do with the instruction.
You do?
It will come in the instruction.
Correct. Now, in this time, we cannot do only the teaching, right? Maybe 15, 20 years ago, the only source of information was what? The teacher and the textbooks, right? 15, 20 years ago. But now, while I am talking about this one, you can take your mobile phone and say, sir, there is the latest definition about instruction. Isn't it? I am no longer the information provider. Our role is no longer the information provider, but we are facilitators of learning. So we are facilitators of learning. Okay. So we cannot say that this is the book or this is the information, but the students will challenge you. They will say, sir, there was another publication last week in this journal. It's updated. So please update your presentation. Don't use last 2-3 years back old. Isn't it? We are no longer information provider. So that basic, the role change you should accept as when you get into the teaching and this teaching role. So education, it's up, the bigger, then it comes to the teaching, then the training, then the instruction. So I think most of you kind of gave the education is the bigger experience, the all experiences. Then the teaching is kind of, the human elements is there. Then the instruction is kind of include for the human and the non-human. Okay, so now we are going to do the real team-based learning. So I'm going to make you kind of shuffle a little bit with your sitting arrangements. Already shuffled. Sorry, my group. So who are the groups? Okay, can I see the group number 1? Yeah. Group number 2? So group 1, 2, group 3, group 4, group 5. Oh, this is okay. So how did they make the group?
We are not ready.
Random. So actually I don't want. Can you do another one?
Yes.
That will be a learning experience for you. So okay. So let me see. Okay, let me ask. So what are the different categories here? So all of you are scientists?
Yes.
Same field or same subject? Different subject. Tell me what are the subjects?
Plant science, plant pathology.
Plant science and plant pathology.
And then agriculture, engineering,
Entomology,
soil science.
Okay, so give me 3-4 categories. Main 3.
Around 20 categories.
Okay, so all the crop science people, please stand up. All the crop science people stand up. Okay, good. Okay, so then, I will ask you one more time to stand up. Please say, just want to know. So what is the other one? Natural, all the natural resource management, please stand up. Okay, good. All the engineers, sit down. All the engineering.
They are coming.
It is saying. Okay, good. Yes. Okay, good. Okay. Yes.
We are under social science.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So, let me do one category. All those who have no teaching experience stand up.
Almost.
No teaching experience. Okay. So can you all line up here and take your stuff and
सर मुर्गा नहीं बनेंगे लेने के लिए
yeah, all have any experience at all, please stand up, make a line here. Yeah. So all those. So I'm going to show you a team-based learning, okay? Okay, so that's the reason it's after a demo. So you can also, when you get into the teaching, you can also do the same way. I know the first day it will be a little difficult to make the team, but I thought if you know an instructor select, okay, I will come to that one later. Okay, so all of you don't have any teaching experience at all. Okay, great. So now, all the crops. Crop science. Can you all the crop science stand in the front of the frame? All the crop science. Okay. So you have, okay. So what are the other groups? Okay. So what is crop science? So what's your general? Okay. So okay, good. So those who have 1 to 5 years of teaching experience, can you stand up? 1 to 5 years of teaching experience, can you go stand behind that line? So please take your stuff because you will be moving a little bit. And yeah. Okay. So 1 to 5 years of teaching experience, right? Okay. Okay, sir, you can go back and so 6 to 10 years of teaching experience, you can stand in the behind that line. And then in that also, so what, sir, what's your major discipline? Horticulture. So any social science people, can you stand in the front before that? Any other subject, science or computer science, technology, anything like that? No? Yes. Computer science. Okay, you can. I think only one of you. Okay. Okay. So can you just to make it little as a line? Yeah. So behind the line as a line. Okay. Okay. So let's do a one count. Okay. Can you start 1 to 6? Okay. So this is the way it will go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then another person will start 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay. Is that clear? Okay. Everyone clear now?
Yes.
Okay. Also make sure you remember your number. Ready? Okay. Please come.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2.
3,
4, 5, 6.
1,
2, 3,
4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3,
4,
5,
Madam, 6.
6. 1.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the ones step out and come to this side. All the one come and sit here. All the one we can sit actually. All the one, please come and sit. Maybe if you can use that chair. So then, please come to this side because the 2 will be that side. It will be that side. Okay. Or let's do one thing. Oh, then it will be difficult for you to. Yeah, it's okay because in your classrooms also will be like that, right? It won't be a team-based learning. This is perfect because sometimes I didn't ask for them to a table with a team round table usually, but it's good. So since you can also implement in your own constraints, so that's the reason I thought I will show this way as well. Okay, all the 2s please step out and go and sit there. Okay, let's do one day. I'm going to make a thing. Okay, all this can sit here, and then you can use it. Okay. Yeah, please continue. Yeah, so all of you can come here. So this is number 2. Please sit here. Okay. So the rest of them you can come and say. All the 2s are here now. Okay. 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 So let's see. All the 3s come sit here actually. Yeah. Maybe let's see. All the 3s come and sit here. All the 3s. Number 3.
4.
Number 3. Okay. So yeah, go ahead. Sit there. And all the 4. Can you sit there? Come. Yeah, all the 4. Okay. Okay. All the 5s you can sit over there, and the 6 this side, or you can come around this side also. Take some chairs. So is that clear? Okay, so number 1, ready? Number 2, number 3, team number 4, team number 5, and team number 6. Okay, so first assignment, make a norm for your team. You know what is a norm? Norm or a standard or a rule for your team. Make a norm for your team. Like, for example, I told you one of the norm for me as a rule. Yes, madam.
That's 3 times.
Tea is there. Okay, so let's keep the norms. Okay, we're going to have the tea. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so the norm is that you should respect each other. Is that a norm? So when someone speaks in your team member, you cannot overpower. So you make the norm for you. Make one norm, minimum one norm for your team. Take 1 or 2 minutes, make a norm for your team. Then you will be asked to share with other groups.
Lady for United is
Okay, good. Everyone got a note for your team? Okay, so ready? Okay, so let's start. So. So let's start with the team one. So please share. So this is the rule for my. No. So when one team sharing, no other teams can discuss or anything. So your time it's over for discussion. So I will give you the time. So those time you can discuss, but when other teams are sharing, you will be learning from them. Okay, great. So team one, please share one norm for your team that was a team that you have decided.
We have decided we follow our majoritarian.
Majoritarian
Yeah.
for your group.
Or we decide on majority set. Yes.
But still trying, we are having common concept. If you're not, then we go for.
Majority.
Okay, so the majority rule. So the majority. Okay, so no one person cannot make the decision.
Yes.
So you will discuss and then we'll, if the consensus is not coming up, then you will make a decision. Okay, one, good. So is that good? Okay, team two, please share one rule for your team.
Our decision will be made in consensus.
Okay, decisions. Okay, very nice. Decisions will be made on after the discussion consensus. Okay, team three.
Lady will be first.
Okay. So is that a group decision?
Yes.
No. Yes. Did you discuss with the mom? Did you?
I told team decision, sir. They told it.
You see the problem. Right. Okay. So is that a team
Yes.
decision? So okay. Okay. So I honor, but you can differ.
That's what I told, sir.
Yes.
Team decision.
It's a team decision.
Yes.
Yes, wonderful. Okay, so team four, right? Yes, please. Please tell
On
me.
behalf of all, I will speak. Sorry.
Have a team leader.
Yeah.
Is that common? Okay, team leader. Yes.
Decision will be
Okay.
on consensus.
Madam, what's your name?
Parmeshwari.
Okay, Parameshwari. Okay, madam will be talking for your team, all the decisions and sharing with the other teams. And okay, wonderful, great. So team five.
To speak in one voice, I mean, based on our discussion, the major decision was.
So speak in one voice.
Yes.
There won't be any other things. Okay, this was the decision. Why did you talk to me like that? There won't be any like that. So once you made the decision, it will be final decision. You will as a one voice you will take. Okay, great. Team six.
Team six is also like a selection of leaders, team will speak for all.
So there will be a leader.
Yeah.
Who is your leader? Did you select? So what your norm is that you can be a team.
All the discussion is.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. So remember all the team rules, okay? So as needed, so we'll be exploring some of these, the team. I think probably most of you been into different projects, right? Right. And different team projects, and you might have seen some people will pull the weight, and others they might not pull the weight. And so there are in the learning process, the other things can happen. So I'll be sharing with you some of the tips and how we can really make a more deeper learning through this practice. Okay, so we'll be going for tea, but before that, when you come back, make sure you have a Google Classroom. How many of you have used to Google Classroom?
क्लास उसमें कोरोना इसमें तो हैदराबाद में दूसरी क्लास में
Okay, so that's fine. So you never used Google since you are not that much. Okay, no worries. Okay, don't worry. So I have a plan B actually. See, I'm just telling my, experience. Like sometimes you are very excited to use one educational technology, right? So you will go to the classroom, then there won't be any internet, then there won't be any projector, it's not working. So you will get embarrassed in front of the students, right? Oh my goodness. So you will start sweating. Oh, the projector, I have only one option, all my things are in the PowerPoint. How am I going to teach? So this is another thing. Always you should have a plan B. Okay. So when the plan A fails, see now, I thought, since most of you are familiar with that was my assumption. Like most of you are familiar. I think I asked one of the participants yesterday night, this morning, are you familiar with Google Classroom? Then he said so that's, I thought, most of you know.
Most of us are familiar because our children are
Using
Children,
Google
they're
Classroom.
using
But
Google,
you
We
never used
also
to.
might not have used that.
Okay, no worry. So I will be going another, as I said, I will be going another option. So, great. So enjoy your tea. I don't know what's the time. When they have to come back?
11:20.
Madam, what's the time for tea break? 10 minutes? 11:20. So be back at 11:20. I will start at 11:20. 11:20 I will start. I think more than 15 minutes. No? So 11:15 I will start the session. Okay? Yes. Yes. Yes.
the